Hey Brawlers, I'm Mr. Hoodat, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to win with the brand new hero, Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman is given 3 zero-cost kidnap spells in his hand at the start of the game. Using these kidnaps, he can make a full team of 7 units fairly quickly. Because players are picking similar units on tier 2, you can get easy triples early on by using kidnaps early. And also, because this hero gives 3 spells so early on, he's great when paired with spell value units like Cinderella or Wizard Familiar. He's also an amazing hero to dream or mask into, since you can get the value of 3 spells and switch into a different hero later. Although this hero offers a great early game, I'd say he's middle of the pack in terms of power, due to him offering no stats to his units. After using up your 3 kidnaps, he doesn't do anything for you afterwards. Also, opponents can play around you by either not playing any units into your kidnap, or by putting their worst unit in front. I'll be showing you how to get around these weaknesses, and how to utilize some of the newer units and treasures this upcoming patch has to offer. I've been having a blast playing in the beta with all the changes, and this hero is one of the many fun additions to the game coming this patch on Monday. I'll be making a patch review video once the notes are official, so look out for that. I hope you enjoy. Prince is a good pickup early on Horseman because an interesting meta has formed on test server where opponents don't play a unit turn 1 to play around Kidnap. So Horseman players started not playing Kidnap to play around the opponents playing around them, but now opponents are playing units on turn 1 more often due to this to play around you playing around them, so playing Kidnap becomes more reasonable. But then opponents started not playing units to play around you playing Kidnap by playing around them, thinking they'll play around you playing around them, but really it's quite trivial. If you take the quadratic multitude of their typical percent chances of playing a unit and compare that to the binomial distribution of your chances of killing that unit, then take the quantum hypotenuse with the angle of the isosceles parallelogram, you're then given the derivative of the matrix, which you can then canonically apply to. Yeah, let's just not deal with this and not play Kidnap turn 1. I grab Mim on this board, as the other 2 units aren't very good and aren't played much by opponents. I cast Kidnap now, and roll into a board I don't want to lock. I like casting Kidnap on turns 2 to 4, to get use of the power as soon as possible. There's merit to holding Kidnaps for tier 3 units, but I personally like casting Genie and XP spells on tier 3 when I can find them. Tier 2 is where you aren't casting many spells, and you can get a boost in power really early on to allow you to cast those XP spells that you find. Luckily for me here, I grab a Prince pair from my Fates opponent. I find my Prince triple already, and I'm left with an interesting choice. Needle Nose is normally very strong, but I'm likely to lose this fight with only 3 units. Corrupted Heartwood is decent if I could get into Evil, which I'm not sure I want to get into yet. So I choose to skip here, which is probably a very controversial decision, but I plan on getting more treasures soon, and skipping allows me to get an additional unit for this fight. I grab Cut Purse and Minotaur, as Cut Purse is more valuable than Billy when I have a Mim to support it. I cast Kidnap again, and hope to pair one of these 3 units from Merlin. Merlin gets me another prince, right in time for my board of 2 princesses to flip these lonely boys. I pick up Brave Princess and Ogre Princess? Yeah, Ogre Princess. Totally not Fiona, right?
They're the same picture.
Ogre Princess is a great card for early economy by giving you units when she slays. She can be compared to Lucky, which has a very similar economic effect. Except in Fiona lookalike's case, she can apply her effect multiple times, and her upgraded version gives you a unit of your level, so late game it becomes much more powerful of an effect than Lucky. She is also tribaled as a good princess monster, so she can fit into many different compositions as a filler. I lock in the XP spell, cast my last Kidnap, and position Fiona first, as I value her slay much more than Brave Princess. Unfortunately, Fiona misses her slay, and Kidnap gets me a less than ideal unit. I cast my XP spell and grab Minotaur over Chicken to make myself slightly stronger for this crucial fight. I can no longer afford to bleed HP, and need to focus now on being as strong as possible each turn. I find a second Fiona with a Grimsoul to match. I then cast Candy Rain and roll for my triples. After a lot of thought, I decide on selling all my extra gold for Fairy Godmother. Keep in mind, on this new patch, Fairy Godmother is nerfed to only give 2 HP to each unit and 4 HP when upgraded. This is a great change, as she's still a strong unit, but a lot less impactful now. I position Fiona first so that she can get her Slay off, and then my second Fiona in the backline so that Grimsoul can get her Slay off. My Fionas gave me 2 trees into a board with Heartwood Elder. Again, we see another great change, with Soul Talk being moved from tier 5 to tier 4. I grab Heartwood Elder to hedge going into trees, no pun intended, and decide not to cast True Love's Kiss so I can look for more trees. I end up casting Genie, which randomly casts Rise of the Valkyries, which has been buffed for this patch to give 3 attack instead of 2. I roll into not much else and start to scale my trees. Soul Talk at level 4 is a much more pickable unit, and makes mid-game trees a lot stronger as he's a much better target to buff with Elder than Broccoli and Nutcracker. I sell a unit to free up space in hand for Fiona to give me units. When obtaining units with a full hand, only 1 slot is available for it to go into the shop, so if you're ever getting 2 or more units, make sure you have space in hand for them. I sell the 2 units Fiona gave me, and roll into the triple. I choose Sting, as the only impactful treasure for now. I roll for more potential trees or comp defining units, and my last shot gives me a second Grimsoul with the Soul Talk triple. I grab the second Grimsoul, and after a lot of thought, decide I don't want a triple Soul Talk and roll the board away. It's too late to get into trees now. Level 4 treasures aren't too impactful, and Fiona is about to get me 3 level 5 characters to comp switch into. It's okay to be open to a comp, but if you don't find the right units to proceed, don't be afraid to get out of it right away. Fiona gives me Siren, Nian, and Lancelot, which gives me a decent slay direction with Baba Yaga on board. I pick up Baba Yaga, then I cast Shard on Lancelot to try to pair one of my 3 tier 5 evil units. I roll for more Slay synergy and find the Nian upgrade. Monkey Paw gives the best stats for now, and I don't think I want to go all in on Slay for Horn to be useful. I sell my tree hedge, and pick up the Siren pair for this fight. Siren is a great unit when upgraded and buffed, and also fits Horseman Steal Your Unit's theme. I position Fiona supported with Baba Yaga to try to get as many tier 5 units as I can. Sirens are a lot better in the backline, and will often get their slay before dying at this stage of the game. Unfortunately for Fates, she didn't realize all her units were traitors. Fiona gets me my Siren triple, a second Baba, Apple Tree, and Mummy. This unit gets pretty crazy when upgraded with Slay support. I decide on picking up Harvest Moon, as it's a great late game comp to transition into later. Harvest Moon paired with Mermaid allows scam units like Medusa and Cupid to attack twice in the front line. I become picky with my rolls, as I need to limit my units played and my units in hand, so Grimsoul and Baba Triple become top priority to free up slots. I'd also pick up Mermaid to transition with later. I don't end up finding anything to improve with, and I still want to utilize Fiona with support until tier 6. I sell off my hand and cast Valkyrie to free up space for Fiona to get me units. This fight doesn't go my way, but Fiona gets me a whole lot of stuff, with 5 potential units to triple now. I roll for my tier 5 treasures, Mermaid or Grimsoul, and find the Aeon triple, which gets me Mimic. Mimic and Paw are amazing together, but unfortunately Mimic does not synergize with Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is still an amazing endgame treasure to keep though. I roll for the same priority units, and find a Baba triple in my last shop to free up a space. I think about whether I want to play my Wombats, as they've been buffed this patch to give their stats to the random unit summoned, which fixes their problem of summoning a 1/1. I decide against it though, and free up my hand for tier 6 Fiona units. I only get 3 Fiona units this time, unfortunately, but at least I got a pair. I triple Baba, and there's absolutely no tier 5 treasure I would take here, as I have the best 3 currently. I finally find my Mermaid to transition with, and now just need Medusa or Cupid to pair it with. I crack in my Elm, and decide I should keep my Robin Wood pair instead of freeing up space for Fiona, as I still want a level 6 treasure to replace Paw. Fiona gets me my Robin Wood triple, among 3 other level 6 units. Robin triple provides me with one of the best level 6 treasures now, as plus 100 sword was moved to tier 7. Mad Hat is a crazy treasure when you haven't fully completed your comp yet. When paired with Mimic, it's ridiculous. I replace Paw so I can play 7 units now, and roll for my plus 40 buffed units. I get Cupid, and another ranged unit in Court Wizard, which already improves my comp tremendously. I put in Mermaid to pair with Cupid for double attacks, and continue playing Fiona against the Ghost. I locked in Shop because I wasn't sure if Fiona would put her extra units in it before the new units get added, and I wanted to test it out. I don't think that's the case, but I wasn't able to see anyway. I roll for my next board of overpowered units, and get my Medusa and another wizard. When tripling units, all stat buffs are maintained, so when you get a pair with Mad Hat and triple it, the stat increase gets insane. I'm now done with Fiona, and I run my best team possible with double attacking Medusa and Cupid in slots 1 and 2, and my best statted ranged units with Siren. The reason Mermaid is crucial is because it gives my scam units Slay, which lets them attack twice with Harvest Moon. This is a great combo to go into when you have nothing else going on. I often go into this type of comp when going Dwarves, as I can triple Angry into Harvest Moon and immediately switch once I find Mermaid, Medusas, and Apple Trees. I triple Court Wizard to turn it into an 80-80, and you see here a new tier 4 treasure in Moonsong Horn, which gives +1/+1 to all units, as well as 1 less to spell costs. This is a great treasure addition to help mages especially. I roll for my hat buff and get a 60-60 Herc and a 53-53 Oni King to fill in my comp. I decide Robin Wood is slightly better than Siren here, as my opponent is likely to go into Good Boy with their Royals, and may have gotten the tier 7 +100 sword. I grab Friendly Spirit with my hat buff and decide the only thing I want with my non-hat rolls is a hero change now. I position Hercules closer to make sure I don't kill my opponent before he can attack. Although I don't think there's a treasure I take here, at least you can see the potential new tier 6 treasures. My treasure choices aren't all that great. Pandora's Box is a new addition to the game, but unfortunately doesn't synergize with Mimic, as it is worded as Transform, and it can't transform into 2 treasures. Double spells may be worth it over Hat now, but I still wanted to play with Hat and get some triples with it. I roll into Junk, and just try to get a different hero spell or a combat spell for the turn. This game was a great showcase of the new hero Headless Horseman and the new tier 3 unit, Ogre Princess. She's like totally Fiona though. Using my 3 kidnaps, I was able to get a nice early game team together, which allowed me to make an economic focused play with Fiona and Grimsouls. Fiona really packed a punch and offered me so many triples on tier 5 and 6. This was the first game I was able to utilize her like this during testing, probably because there were 2 bots in this game, so the pace was easier to maintain. Mad Hat paired with Mimic really showed its incredible strength, and Harvest Moon late game completely neutralized my opponent's compositions. I hope you guys like this beta patch gameplay analysis. I tried to choose a game that used the most new additions and changes from the patch. I'm really looking forward to the changes, and I applaud the dev team for taking a leap and changing so many things with one patch. And as we watch this final-ish fight, I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know what you liked or disliked about this video in the comments below, or what heroes and strategies you'd like to see in the next video, and I hope to improve and bring more content like this in the future.